And one more thing I found very interesting is the dark web. So I was looking into this last year, and the thing I found fascinating was drug markets on the dark web, and it tends to show how people can govern themselves without government. So
Mm.
the websites where people were selling drugs was just like Amazon. You had just someone who was selling a drug. They had like a number of reviews, and if you wanted to buy that drug, you would just check out the reviews, and you'd know you were buying a relatively safe product based on the reviews of that seller. If you got really bad reviews, then you're out. Like no one's going to buy anything from you.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible how that seemed to happen. Like people just they said, well, drugs are illegal, so we can't really do anything. But wait, we actually can. We'll just go underneath. We'll just go underground and we'll do it ourselves. And they've managed to do it. And there's an argument can be made that it's actually making drug use safer. And a lot of arguments are made for drug legalization. That will make drugs safer, obviously. But for now, it seems like drug dealers are doing it for themselves.
Mm. Yeah, the dark. Well, we've always had black markets wherever there's
Yeah, of
been
course.
a policy or a regulation set that makes something illegal. Black market will crop up, and then you'll have that network, and all the internet or the web has done is just provided an
Yeah.
easier access point, even though it's called the dark web or whatever, and there's a lot of worse things out in there than drug money. But the web has just provided that sort of access point for people to get access, but also to sell things that have been made illegal. And like you say, it does actually make you think that who your access and the rating system, like an Amazon rating system, actually makes it safer, like you say, for
Yeah.
people to pick the right supplier, know that quantity and that the quality is actually going to be safe to use, whichever it is, whether it's a medicinal drug, whether it's a hard drug or whatever. And rather than denying that it exists or trying to close it down or trying to stop it, because again, close one market down, another one pops up. That's how quick the web moves. So I think rather than trying to just arbitrarily stamp down on it, politicians and people in power should actually sort of step back and understand why it's happening.
Mm.
Um, and then and then understand the scale of the problem. Well, not problem, but if the scale, if the scale and the usage is there, and people aren't necessarily developing a habit from it, but are using it because of a condition like cannabis and arthritis and things
Yeah.
like that, then is there something that we should be doing to legalize this instead?
Yeah.